Today I'll be ranking every single waterbender in Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. As always, I gotta start with a few ground rules. To be on this list, the character must play a significant role in the episode or have a name. They must also appear in the animated series, and this list will be exclusively waterbenders, meaning no avatars, because obviously they would dominate. Number 23 is Senna. Senna was the mother of Avatar Korra. I didn't even know that Senna was a waterbender, which communicates to me that she was a terrible one. They didn't think her skills would be useful against the Red Lotus. This seemed to be confirmed mostly as an afterthought. Like, imagine if they announced Pema was a firebender. Number 22 is Sangok. This character had no lines and existed only to be beaten by Katara. Number 21 is Yagoda. Being from the Northern Water Tribe, she was forbidden from learning waterbending as a martial art. However, she was a skilled healer and taught young waterbending girls. Number 20 is Hasuk. This bad-tempered pro-bender quit the Fire Ferrets before Korra replaced him. He seemed like a major holdback in the success of the team. Number 19 is Tano. He was considered an exceptional pro-bender, but he only got to where he was by cheating. Still, he seemed somewhat proficient in the element. Number 18 is Shady Shin. Shin didn't seem like a very good bender, but he was at least threatening enough to be a criminal. Number 17 is Anna. This was a refugee of the Earth Empire. She was shown to be a competent waterbender. Number 16 is Du. This is one of the waterbenders who showed up in the episode The Swamp. He was at least a master in the Foggy Swamp style. Number 15 is Tho. Tho was also a master in the Foggy Swamp style, but I give him the edge over Du because he's slightly smarter. Number 14 is Viper. Lightning Bolt Zolt's second in command, he rose to the position of leader in the Triple Threat Triad when his former boss lost his bending. He seemed like a capable waterbender. Number 13 is Hugh, the Foggy Swamp waterbending master who was the first to display plant bending in the series. His swamp monster form wasn't impenetrable, but it was powerful on its own right, as we see during the Day of Black Sun. Number 12 is Desna and Eska. This waterbending duo was no slacker. They nearly killed Korra, holding their own against multiple strong benders. Eska seemed like the more powerful of the two. Number 11 is Kaya. She was no match for Zahir, but I'll let this slide because she was unprepared. However, you think if anyone would be able to fight an airbender, it would be the sibling of one. Still, she was taught personally by Katara and was likely one of the strongest waterbenders out there. Number 10 is Tonraq. Father of Avatar Korra, he was capable of waterbending in his own right. He may have been overshadowed by his brother's spiritual abilities. Tonraq always seemed to be an even match when it came to combat. He helped defend Korra from the Red Lotus on 2 separate occasions. Number 9 is Takukok. This was Roku's waterbending master and was considered a legendary bender in his own respect. From the supplementary material, we learned that he was especially creative in his use of the element, which is why I place him this high. Number 8 is Pakku. Pakku was undoubtedly of immense skill, and probably the most skilled northern waterbender of his time. He recognized Katara's skills despite his preconceived notions about gender. His appearances are brief, but his skills are shown. Number 7 is Ming-Hua. She was essentially a psychic waterbender. I couldn't decide if being born without arms was a benefit to her, the way that being blind was a benefit to Toph, but I think I ultimately decided that she would have been a better waterbender had she been born with arms. She probably would have been able to accomplish some of the feats that Hama was able to accomplish. Number 6 is Hama. Bloodbending is a powerful ability, held back by only being usable for a few nights every month. Hama's other abilities, being able to extract water from the moisture in the air and from huge plants like trees, also proved her ability as a master in the waterbending. Number 5 is Unalaq. Spirit bending is such an incredible skill that it nearly causes the destruction of the entire Avatar universe. In some ways, I felt that Unalaq should be at number 1 in this list, but he ultimately only became the Dark Avatar through manipulation of Korra, not strictly his own spirit bending feats. Still, Unalaq is likely one of the greatest waterbenders in the series. Number 4 is Katara. Some may think this is a low placement, but the top 3 are just so overpowered, you might as well consider Katara as the number 1 spot. Her sheer waterbending capabilities are unrivaled. She proves to be a natural from the first episode and surpasses even Aang and Korra's waterbending outside of the Avatar state. She is a true waterbending master and has the most diverse range of any non-Avatar bender in the series. Number 3 is Tarlok. The ability to bloodbend without a full moon is probably the most broken power in the entire series. He easily incapacitates Korra using this ability and could probably overcome any non-Avatar, non-bloodbender. Number 2 is Yakone. This character invented psychic bloodbending, possibly even independently from Hama. He incapacitated a room filled with the most powerful benders of all time like Toph Beifong in her prime. Aang could only defeat him through energy bending, making him at least as big of a threat as Ozai. Number 1 is Amon. I have to give the number 1 spot to Amon. He was capable of taking away people's bending using water bending. Not only that, but he was a master at blood bending, capable of doing it without a full moon, and he was likely no slack at the traditional water bending styles too. Ironically, he's also one of the most powerful non-bending combatants in the series. He was so powerful, he was able to overcome Avatar Korra and take her bending away. If you guys disagreed with anything on this list, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Also, let me know if I missed any waterbenders. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead, leave a like, and leave a subscription. I'll see you guys on the next video.